are clapping for South Africa's Julius Malema because through him, most of the xenophobic leaders in South Africa, including Jacinta Zuma, are at the edge of getting themselves arrested in South Africa.
Hi guys, good morning. So Jacinta has been arrested, right? Or she handed herself over to the police.
Welcome to the African Excellence Hub. South Africa is facing a painful lesson about what happens when Africans are encouraged to turn against other Africans. At the center of this controversy is Jacinta Zuma, the leader associated with the March and March movement, whose strong anti-immigration campaign focused on jobs, businesses, and the presence of foreign nationals in South Africa. The movement argued that South Africans were losing jobs and economic opportunities to African immigrants. But the problem came when this message contributed to an atmosphere of hostility toward foreign nationals and their businesses.
Countries that belong to them, they must go to their countries. It's time for Africa to fix itself. We can't be a home for all failed African countries. You want to transfer your failures to us. Your government failed you. We don't owe you anything. We don't owe any African country anything. We don't owe them anything. If they think Mandela they paid money for Mandela, they must go fetch it from Mandela. What has been the response from police?
As protests intensified, reports emerged of looting and attacks on businesses, including shops associated with African nationals. And this is where we must ask an important question. Did destroying another African's shop create a job for a South African? No. Did attacking a Nigerian, Zimbabwean, Malawian, or Mozambican business owner solve unemployment? No more. Instead, businesses were damaged, livelihoods were threatened, communities became divided, and South Africa's economy and reputation suffered. The consequences went beyond South Africa's borders. Africans should still ask, who benefits when Africans are fighting Africans? Because history has shown us how powerful division can be. If South Africans can be convinced that the Nigerian is the enemy, the Zimbabwean is the enemy, the Malawian is the enemy, or the Congolese is the enemy, then Africans become weaker while fighting among themselves. And this is the warning. South Africans have every right to demand jobs, secure borders, and proper immigration enforcement. But those problems should be solved through government policy and the law, not through attacks, looting, or hatred against fellow Africans. Then came the question of accountability. During a parliamentary confrontation, Julius Malema questioned President Cyril Ramaphosa over why people allegedly responsible for violence against foreign nationals had not been arrested and prosecuted. Malema demanded accountability, while President Ramaphosa indicated that those responsible for violence will face action. And Jacinta Zuma has already faced a legal case over alleged incitement to public violence connected to an earlier protest. She has disputed the allegations. Reports have subsequently indicated that she was arrested. So the bigger lesson is not simply about Jacinta Zuma. It is about every African. Be careful who uses your anger. Be careful when somebody tells you that another African is the reason you are unemployed.
So, Africa is Kenyans are clapping for South Africa's Julius Malema because through him, most of the xenophobic leaders in South Africa, including Jacinta Zuma, are at the edge of getting themselves arrested in South Africa. You know, so yesterday, the 25th of August 2026, there was a virtual parliamentary sitting in South Africa, and it equals them sitting in parliament, right? Just that this one was done via Zoom. They called it the National Assembly Plenary Virtual, right? Where the members of parliament ask the president some questions that concerns them, and then the president will answer. Now, a question on the immigration problems was asked through the virtual yesterday, and this question was asked twice, all by Honorable Julius Malema. Julius Malema is the leader of EFF. He is also a member of parliament in South Africa. A lot of Africans know Julius Malema, right? He asked this question twice. One of it was...
Police must arrest criminals. Whether a criminal is a South African or is not a South African, must be arrested. You cannot loot shops, whether they are owned by foreign nationals or whether they are owned by South Africans. Looting is breaking the law. They must be arrested. Hence, even those who are attacking foreign nationals, when you break the law, you must be arrested. That is why we are making a call to the people of KwaZulu-Natal and the South Africans that they must not take the law into their hands. There is no country wherein
the issue of the instigators of this violent actions that have been taken against people from other countries is a matter that is being processed. The police have informed us, and all security apparatus have informed us that they are following all that up. They are getting all the reports and evidence. A number of other people have been arrested.
Hi guys, good morning. So Jacinta has been arrested, right? Or she handed herself over to the police. And I saw the March and March page this morning posted, and they said our leader is at the police station. Because yesterday they released a statement saying that she was going to hand herself over to the police today. So they did an update that she is there because the police has criminally charged Jacinta for inciting violence on illegal foreigners. And you know, one thing that I'm interested to see, I want to see you guys, Nina, niyam launcha unt. That's the problem with it. Niyam launcha unt. The way you guys were clapping and hyping it up, your true colors are gonna show. Not even one of you are going to go and support Jacinta. Not even one of you are gonna take time off at work, take time off your programs and go and support Jacinta. I dare you to. And one of those charges that she's acquiring now, and those court appearances, you will know where to be. You will be nowhere to be found, Nina. Same thing. Uzandile has been scarce. There was a court ruling. You guys, you were hyping her up. Zandile. Her faces things alone. That is the problem with you guys. Dancing again. So I want to see how it's gonna play out for Jacinta, but the March and March people were like, we will not be deterred, and don't. I also saw the Lanco, the MK group Laco, the one that also goes to places and demand people the foreigners to be removed, and that they must hire South Africans. I don't know their programs. I'm just talking about what I've seen here on TikTok. So they also, I saw their leader posted on Facebook this morning, we must support Jacinta because what's happening to her, it's going to happen to us. Do
you know that Jacinta Zuma has been arrested? That he is instigating the people. He is fueling the people to do something that is not right. Watch the video.
To the media there. They have opened a case for me today, but I'm waiting. My legal team is already there to find out. They're making us wait for the investigating officer to explain exactly why I'm being arrested, because he claims.
Be careful when someone tells you that destroying another African's business will improve your life. Be careful when political movements turn economic frustration into hatred based on nationality. Because today, it may be a Nigerian being targeted. Tomorrow, it could be a South African somewhere else. Today, it may be a foreign-owned shop being destroyed. Tomorrow, it could be a South African business facing retaliation in another African country. This is how the cycle of division begins. Africa does not need Africans fighting Africans. Africa needs Africans building businesses together, creating jobs together, trading together, investing together, and demanding better governments together. South Africans deserve opportunities. Other Africans deserve dignity and protection under the law. And every African country has the right to enforce its laws. But we must never allow immigration, unemployment, or political frustration to become an excuse for Africans to destroy one another. Because when Africans fight Africans, Africa loses. And when Africans unite, Africa becomes stronger. So let the Jacinta Zuma and March controversy be a warning to the entire continent. Never allow yourself to become a weapon against your fellow African. The future of Africa cannot be built on hatred, division, and destruction. Africa must rise, and Africans must stop destroying Africans. Thank you for watching. Like, comment, and share.